Hi there. I'm Ellen Johnson, and I am the owner of Serendipity Needleworks and the founder of the Stitchers Club. I'm delighted to be here with you this afternoon. Welcome to the July the 30th episode or edition of Needlepoint TV. So it is wonderful to be here with you this afternoon, and I hope that you will do me a favor and type in the chat where you're watching from. If you happen to be watching this as a recording, I would love to know where you're watching from as well. So, we always have to check the tech to make sure it's working right too. So do me a favor and give me a thumbs up to let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. And we will dive right in. Good deal. All right. I see that we have Susan and Alice with us. That's great. So earlier today, a brand new blog post was published over on the Serendipity Needleworks website. And it's all about the owner designer behind Pepperberry Designs. That person's name is Diane Bertelson, and she is a delightful person. I had the honor of working with her to get a canvas custom designed for Jingle in July, which was held last summer here in Tuscaloosa. That was my very first in-person Jingle in July event. And we had a terrific time. We had 13 stitchers from all around the U.S. who came together and joined me for 3 fun-filled days of stitching at the University Club, which is a beautiful old antebellum home here in Tuscaloosa. It used to be the home for the governor of Alabama when the capital was in Tuscaloosa, but now it's owned by the University of Alabama, and it's managed as a dining facility. So anyway, lots of fun. We had so much fun, and there is a link inside of this week's blog post to see pictures of that event that we had last summer. And then this year, I was very fortunate to be able to have Jingle featured in the May-June issue of Needlepoint Now. So, and I was scrambling around trying to find my copy, and somehow I've put it up so safely that I can't put my hands on it now. So you know how that is, don't you? You know, you want to make sure you're going to be able to find something, so you put it in a really safe place, and then when you go to find it, you can't find it to save your soul. So anyway, I'm sure I'll come up with it shortly after we're done here, but if you don't have a copy of that issue of the magazine, not only is Needlepoint Now one of my all-time favorite publications, of course, it's just about the only consumer publication for Needlepoint. At least it may be in fact, it may be the only one that's dedicated completely to needlepoint. So if you haven't ever seen that magazine, they do have a wonderful website. It's just needlepointnow.com, and you can get subscriptions to the magazine. It's bi-monthly, which means it comes out every 2 months. So you get 6 issues per year. And I have a column in there that runs every issue. But in the May-June issue, Jingle, this little guy right here, was featured, and he had lots more pretty fluffy stuff coming out of the top of him. In fact, let me just share with you a picture of what Jingle looked like prior to her trip back from the West Coast. She was out in Oregon for a while, and that trip back was just really rough on her. So let's see. Let me share my. So you can see there's Jingle with all the pretty fluff in the top. Needleworks out of Birmingham did the finishing for me. They have a wonderful finishing workroom, and for those of you who may be looking for somebody to do some finishing for you, I know they're still accepting finishing. I think their cutoff for Christmas is around August the 15th, 17th, something like that, but they have an extended deadline for Christmas stockings. You can send in your Christmas stockings to them as late as October. So if you're looking for somebody to do some finishing for you, not only do they do an excellent job, but they do take stockings specifically later than they take other things. So you still have some stitching time to get those projects finished and get them into Judith. Their website is, wait a minute, I don't want to, let me look it up. I was going to say Grits Needlepoint, but I want to make sure that I tell you exactly the right address. I don't want you to be searching. It's gritsneedlepoint.com. So let me make a copy that and paste it in the chat so that you'll have that. And that's for finishing. And so if you want to check that website out, you certainly can. Judith is a friend of mine, and we go way back. So anyway, that is a really helpful little website to know about. So, all right. Now, while we're here, let me find this week's blog post again. So there we go. I'm taking a peek at it, and I want to, for those of you who haven't had a chance to hop over and take a peek, here it is. So you can see there's Jingle striking a pose with her copy of the magazine. And as you scroll down, you can see Diane's beautiful face here. Diane is just an absolute delight, and she created Jingle. And I have an unstitched canvas here. Let me show you what Jingle looks like unstitched. So here is Jingle unstitched. Let me put a piece of paper behind it so you can actually see it better. Super fun canvas to stitch. And so anyway, and I think I have like one, maybe two left in I have a little Etsy store, and it's the Needlepoint store on Etsy. And so I have a couple of canvases there that are still available. So if you'd like to stitch one, hop over there and grab one, because they're ready to go. Something else that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you were some of her other canvases, because I am such a huge fan of Diane's canvases, of her artwork, that I just wanted to make sure that you all got to see some of her pretties. I will go ahead. The interview that I shared over on the website goes into all kinds of detail about Diane, where she lives and her family, and about her pets, and all kinds of fun things. So you really should hop over and check that out, because I think you'll be intrigued to find out about some of the different ways that she gets inspiration. And so anyway, it's just a really fun story, really fun read. And she also shared with me when we were chatting her favorite piece that she's ever designed. And there's a picture of it on the website, so you can see what her favorite project that she's ever painted or come up with over on the Serendipity Needleworks website, what it looks like finished. But I'm going to show you what it looks like unstitched. And something that I will, before I do that though, I want to tell you something that I find to be true in so many cases. When you have a designer who stitches, it makes a huge difference in the way they paint their designs. And Diane is a stitcher. So you'll notice that a lot of her canvases, if I won't say all of them, but most of them, 95% are stitch painted. I can't speak, there may be, everyone that I've ever done has been stitch painted, or painted in a way that it makes it easy for you to stitch it. And so there's not any guesswork about, a canvas intersection being two colors and you not knowing which color thread the artist intended for you to stitch on the canvas. So without further ado, look, let's see, we've got Pamela says, Jingle is a very fun stitch. Yes, it was. It was a super fun project for me to stitch. Pamela was with us last year at the Jingle in July retreat. So anyway, all right. So here is the canvas. This is her favorite canvas that she's ever designed is a 3D gingerbread house. So if you want to see what this little guy looks like stitched up, you can go over to the website and scroll down a little bit, and you'll see a picture of the gingerbread house actually stitched and put together. So I think the best thing for me to do, I'm going to hold it up. Hang on. I'm going to hold it up like this. I think you can, I have to peek under to see. Yeah, I think you can see that pretty well. So you can see it's a three-dimensional house. Melissa Shirley does some of these too. I love Diane's. I do every Christmas. I like to decorate our kitchen in a gingerbread theme. And so I have, through the years, I've collected lots and lots of gingerbread themed little doodads. And so I just when she sent me a trunk show last summer for this for our retreat, I just had to have this. It was like, oh, no brainer, got to have that one, got to add that to the stash. So all kinds of fun things to stitch. And then look at this roof. Is this not just the cutest thing ever? Let me turn it over so you can see better. It's a candy tile roof. And I just think it's going to be so much fun to work on. Some other pieces that Diane has are, and I didn't grab all of the ones that I have. I do have more than this, but who's counting? Not me. So these are some really fun little ornaments that I love. I always love red birds. Is this not just the cutest little snowman? And then the red birds on it are just the icing on the cake for me. I love, love, love cardinals. And this one also has a cardinal on it. This is actually part of Diane's series of snowmen, monthly snowmen. And this one is the December snowman. And I bought this one. My daughter's birthday is Christmas Eve. And so I bought this one, and I'm planning to stitch this for her. I hope she's not watching, so it spoils the surprise. And then another piece, I know Christine, who's a member of the Stitchers Club, purchased this canvas out of the trunk show last summer at Jingle in July. And when she purchased it, it was like, oh, darn, I wanted that one. So, of course, I had to order it. So, anyway, here it is. And Christine is, I don't know if she's started on this one or not yet, but, I'm so eager to see what she comes up with for the different stitches and threads that she chooses to work this canvas in, because I think it's super cute. It would be really fun made into a stand-up as well. And, just all kinds of fun things that you could do to really jazz this one up. And then these two canvases are part of a series. So I love the penguins. They're so cute. And the thing I love about this is that, one of the things I love about Diane's canvases is that she does give you large blocks of color that you can use to put decorative stitches in, and they're not not always heavily shaded. Now, she does do some shading, but so many times, like on this, let me look and see. There's a little bit of shading around the scarf around the scarves around the penguins' necks, and then on the bow. But that's really the only place that you have shading. Well, there is a little bit down here at the bottom with the sky, but as a general, and on the snow, just a little, but not very much. And so it makes it super easy for you, especially if you're new to using decorative stitches on your canvases. It's super easy for you to use a canvas like this. This would be a really good kind of canvas to choose to do first. And then on the other side, this is the it's like a companion piece. There are three in this series. There's a little elf girl holding packages, and that one's actually on stretchers, and I didn't grab it. I don't know why, but I guess I didn't see it. But this snowman has a little bit of shading on the coat. Wait, wrong way. Shading on the coat. And there's a little bit of shading down at the bottom. But these are all things that you could use maybe an open stitch or use a lighter weight thread than the actual canvas size you would use to give yourself full coverage. You could definitely use a lighter weight thread and let the artist's shading show through, not just on Diane's pieces, but on any artist's pieces. So, and this one doesn't have red birds on it. It looks like, I don't know, chickadees or something, but I think it's just really cute. And these are obviously designed to be stand-ups by the shape. You could, I guess, maybe square them off at the top, bring up the sides, and then go, wrong way, across, and then square it off at the top and frame it if you wanted to. It would be cute done that way too. So, all right. Oh, I know, Krista, I think I need those penguins. I know, they are so, so cute. And I don't know if Leanne's here with us today or not. Leanne's another penguin fanatic, so I don't see her on here. I know she's gone back to helping at the Senior Citizen Center that she was helping with before COVID got to be I guess so rampant, really. So those are some wonderful canvases from Pepperberry Designs, and I would love to know if you've ever stitched a Pepperberry Designs canvas. Tell me in the comments if you've ever stitched one of Diane's canvases, because she has all kinds of things like snowmen tend to be one of her big topics, I guess you'd say. She also does tons of Christmas. So it's not just, snow. The Jingle was done. Let me find Jingle again. Jingle, we actually stitched, or I asked her to paint Jingle so that Jingle was not a Christmas piece. I wanted Jingle to be something that could be put out and left out all during the wintertime, because I know a lot of people don't like to do pieces that are so specific for a particular theme or a particular holiday. So, that one, Jingle, is stitched so that Jingle could be out Jingle could be out all the time. But for sure, something that you could leave out all during the winter months. So, all right, so let's see. We've got several people. Yes, Joyce says she has one of these. Mary Lou, there actually is a stitch guide for Jingle in the Needlepoint Now magazine, the May-June issue of Needlepoint Now. So the stitch guide that I used to stitch this Jingle is in the May-June issue of Needlepoint Now, May-June 2020 issue of Needlepoint Now. So, and Sherry says she's working on Jingle now, and I mean, it's such a fun canvas to stitch. I mean, you know, you just can't get much. I love sparkle. You can tell by looking at this piece. I love sparkle. This has the fuzzy stuff, and I think it's Planet Earth wool if I remember right, and then Arctic rays, and this is fuzzy stuff as well. And then Jingle's hat is stitched in very velvet and glisten, and the background is in Entice, and then you have, okay, wait a minute, let me look. Petite silk lame braid, and so this one has a whole hodgepodge of different threads. This is actually a thread that I love. It's Karen Collection Impressions. That's what I did the turkey work in. And so anyway, like I said, just a super fun canvas to stitch. And it's no longer an exclusive for my company. You can get it from your local needlepoint stores too. So, you know, for those of you who shop with Sarah at Chandal, she can order it for you too. So, and all other needle workshops should be able to do that as well. Of course, now right now, I think there is a pretty extended lead time on getting special orders in because the painting services are really backed up. And something that I've noticed with a lot of shop owners is that they've extended the time for special orders from 8 to 12 weeks out to 16 weeks, which y'all is 4 months. That's a really long time, but hopefully that'll start, the bugs will start working out of that and they'll be able to get that sped back up. But anyway, so I would love to know if anybody has and I'm looking right here. So Robin says she has stitched the flying pig ornament, and I have a customer that that bought that canvas and stitched it several years ago when I still had my brick and mortar store. It's a really, really cute canvas. So, all right. And yes, Christine says she loves the designs for all the reasons I mentioned. Simple, colorful designs. That's one thing she does. Diane does real whimsical things, and they're just cheerful. You know, when you look at them, they just make you smile. And that's always something that I like to look for in a project. If I don't love just looking at the canvas, I'm probably not going to love stitching it. So all of her canvases just put a smile on my face. So, all right. And Sherry, like I said, Sherry's working on it now. So yes, Diane says that she has not stitched a Pepperberry canvas, but you do need to put one of these on the radar or in your stash for sure because they are so fun to do. Oh yeah, that's right. Krista says her Jingle has ice cream, not whipped cream, so for sure. All right. So like I said, I hope you will hop over not only to read the interview with Diane about her life as a designer, but I hope you will also explore her website and check out some of her designs and see about getting maybe a canvas to add to your stash that you can work on. And I think you won't be sorry because, like I said, they're just such cheerful designs, and I think we could all use a little bright spot in our lives these days. So, all right. So, we will, I guess, call it an afternoon if we don't have any questions about anything at this point. I will also remind you that there was an email that went out today. Weekly emails always go out on Thursdays. And in that weekly email, there is the stitch diagram that I used to stitch Jingle's body with. So not only that, but also a thread recommendation and a really tasty recipe for something called a watermelon frosty, and then just some other information. So if you would like to be on the weekly email list, the best thing I can suggest that you do, let me pop over here and copy the address for you so that you can sign up to get the weekly emails. Let's see, here we go, and type it in there. Whoops, hang on one second, make that capital so you can click that link and sign up to join us for our weekly emails, because I would dearly love to be able to share all kinds of special things that only my subscribers get. So, and I'd love to be able to share those with you. So, thank you for joining me this afternoon for this episode of Needlepoint TV. Again, if you're watching as a recording, please don't forget to tell me where you're watching from. If you know somebody that you think might enjoy watching our episodes of Needlepoint TV, please be sure and share this with them. The more the merrier. I hope you have a wonderful, okay, so Joan, we do have a question. Let me answer this really quick. Joan wanted to know if I'm streaming on YouTube too. She couldn't find it. Actually, that's a great question. We will begin doing that very soon. Fingers crossed, we're going to be doing that next week. So there are going to be some changes, and you'll get, all of my email subscribers will get the update about how things are going to be doing some pivoting. August is our month that we're going to use to kind of regroup and get all kinds of things lined up for us to really fly into fall with, in full color. So you just keep an eye on your inbox for emails from me during the month of August with all kinds of updates. And if you are not a subscriber of our YouTube channel, I would suggest that you maybe do that, because YouTube is going to be a place where we post a lot of our videos, so that it's easy for you, especially if you don't. Well, if y'all are on Facebook, obviously, because you're here with me right now, but there are several people who are on our email list who don't have a Facebook account. So we want to make sure that we can reach those people too. So we're going to be doing some shifting. And if you are on the email list, the Serendipity Needleworks email list, then you'll definitely get the details on that. So, all right. Diane's website is pepperberrydesigns.com. Let me type that in here for you. So this is Diane's web. Okay, can Ellen type today? pepperberrydesign.com. Oh dear, I think I just messed up and did a comma instead of a dot. I did. So it's supposed to be .com. So let's try that again. Actually, let me just do it this way. Let me pull up her website, and I can show you what it is. Let's see. Let's find Pepperberry Designs. Actually, it's Pepperberry-Designs. So I need to delete that. I don't think I can. I don't know how to delete it on here, but here we go. This is Diane's website, Diane website. There we go. It should pop up in just a sec for you. So you can go to her website and you can see. So let me just, I'm there now. So let me, and I know I said I was getting ready to go, but I will at least share my screen so that you can see her website. This is just her houses. There's the gingerbread house, the 3D gingerbread house. She has all these cute little gingerbread people and the gingerbread Christmas trees that you can do to go along with the house. And these cute little candy trees, gingerbread candy trees, these are just some of her other houses. But she also has, I don't want to scroll too fast to make anybody dizzy, but she has a whole section called What's New. And you can see that she has a variety of different little Halloween pieces. She does a lot of Easter stuff, but you can see she just has really whimsical, cheerful designs that are really cute and really lend themselves well to doing decorative stitches on. So if you've never done any decorative stitches on a needlepoint canvas, I would suggest starting with one of the small ornaments. In fact, those eggs that we just took a peek at would be perfect choices for you to maybe dabble around with some. And just remember to keep, oh look, there's Jingle. Hang on, let me show you. Let's see. There we go. There's Jingle right there. So Jingle is, like I said, just a really fun stitch. This little ornament next to Jingle, traditional top hat snowman would be another good one that would be really fun to stitch and a good one for decorative stitches. And then, like I said, these are all new. So these two little mini socks would be cute. There's one for a girl and one for a boy. That's another thing that Diane does a lot. She does things like if you're stitching for grandchildren or even your own children, she does a lot of things in in such a way that, like she'll do a girl version and a boy version. So there she has one that I think a lot of people have stitched. It's Baby's First Christmas, and I don't know if it says babies. It may just say First Christmas, but she's got it in pink and she has it in blue. So and then she has a snow couple with a baby boy snow baby and a girl snow baby. So really, really cute things. All right, so let's call it an afternoon. I have another call with our members of the Stitchers Club here in just a little bit. We're going to chat about canvases and the different stitches that you can use on those. So I'm going to hop off and get ready for that. I appreciate you being here with me this afternoon, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next week, happy stitching. Bye for now.